Hey everyone, and welcome to my AEW Double or Nothing previews, predictions, whatever you want to call this thing show. Um, Figured, I wanted to do more wrestling analysis. I kind of started out doing some of this, and then I just kind of tinkered away and just kind of did more opening stuff and merch related stuff. And you know what? I'm still gonna bring the merch stuff into play, but I'm gonna do some wrestling talky stuff too. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about AEW. Wow, I cannot talk today. AEW Double or Nothing, which is going to be live from the Louis Armstrong Stadium in New York City, which I will be amongst the 14,000 plus in attendance for that show, and I am very excited for that. Um, yeah, like I said, I wanted to do more wrestling talk stuff. I think I'm going to do more of this stuff in the future, and maybe I'll have some guests on from time to time. We'll see. I'd like that. But we'll see if anybody wants to join and do this. But yeah, I'm gonna run through the card quick, and we'll get into it. We'll talk about the things. We'll talk about predictions and all that stuff, and go from there. Preview the pre-show, the buy-in, what's it called? 0 hour, whatever it's called. Not gonna be on TikTok, that's something else. But yeah, first match, Divine Dominion, Megan Bayne and Lena Cross are going to be defending their not defending their tag team belts, but doing a 5 minute tag team eliminator match against Viva Van and Zeta Steel, who are teaming up for, I believe, the first time, at least on AEW TV, maybe ever. Um, and yeah, so if Zeta Steel and Viva Van last 5 minutes, they earn a women's title shot in the future. And yeah, Megan Bayne and Lena Cross have had a stranglehold over the AEW women's titles since they won them at Revolution. And yeah, they're an amazing tag team. As soon as I found out that like Lena Cross signed with AEW, I was like, man, they need to put her with Megan Bayne and just have a kick-ass female twin towers kind of tag team happening there. And sure enough, unfortunately, Penelope Ford got hurt, and that kind of opened the door for that to happen. And they are running with the opportunity that they're getting. And yeah, you know, as much as I think they do have a stranglehold over the division, I do think we need a little bit of something happening there. Because you can do 5 minute eliminator matches. They can, squash jobbers and Alley Catch and Kaya McKenna and all those people, but you bring in some at least ROH level talent. Maybe they should suffer and struggle a little bit. Maybe it's not going to be a walk in the park, walk in Central Park. Yeah, I think I'm not going to say Viva Van and Zeta Steel are going to win this match, but I think they have a pretty decent chance of lasting that 5 minutes and getting a tag team title opportunity in the near future. So I'm going to go kind of the underdog pick there. I don't know if they're going to like just do 5 minutes and then end the match. I think that might be how they do it. Um, but yeah, if not, I mean Megan Bayne and Lena Cross are going to obviously win the match if it goes more than 5 minutes. But otherwise, I like that match to just end at 5 minutes with a no decision and getting them an opportunity. Yeah, the next we have a big 10-man tag. We got the Boom and Doom, Big Boom AJ, QT Marshall, conglomerating with the conglomeration of Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong, with Big Justice, of course, managing them. Versus Shane Taylor Promotions, we got Shane Taylor, we got Anthony Ogogo, who's making his wrestling return to AEW TV for quite a long time. Got Captain Sean Dean, Carly Bravo, and big in Tyga style Lee Moriarty. So and Dan, my buddy Dan here is all about that big boom AJ content, which hey, we all love the boom, and I can't wait to experience the boom in New York City because that place with 14,000 big boom maniacs, it's going to be a crazy atmosphere. I am so excited for that. between that and I didn't even talk about it between that and the pre-show with Mick Foley being on there, the pop that Mick Foley is going to get in New York City on that show is going to be crazy. Like I have to be there for the very beginning of the pre-show, whenever, because Mick Foley's going to get some sort of an introduction, and man, that place is going to be insane when he comes out. But anyways, about the 10-man tag match, um, here, I don't think Big Boom AJ has lost a match yet in AEW. Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't think he has. I don't think they're going to lose this one. As much as I like Shane Taylor and Shane Taylor Promotions, I mean, it's hard to beat the Boom and the Doom and the conglomeration. So I like the baby faces to get this match, win this match, and this match is going to be a ton of fun. And there's going to be a lot of people saying boom during this thing. It's gonna be great, and hopefully get some big justice action, and maybe the Rizzler. I would love to see the Rizzler, but we'll see. Um, we got on the last announced pre-show. I do have a big Boom AJ figure. I did not bring out any of the pre-show figures because I was already bringing out like way too many because of the Stadium Stampede and all that stuff. But yes, thanks to my buddy Dan, who is right there, he hooked me up and got me that big Boom AJ action figure, which I should have brought that one out at least, but now it's too late, and my figure runner is not down here right now, so I can't have her get it for me, and I don't want to kill airtime. But yeah, it's a great figure. I love it. It's fantastic. Last match on the pre-show, we got the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta taking on the Ops of Anthony Bowens, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata. AEW shelf, which is the one that's right along like the back wall, in the back on the second shelf from the top. All right, my figure runner is bringing me the special request, if she can find him. So yeah, Death Riders versus the Apps. I think this is going to be a really good 6-man tag match. I think Anthony Bowens needed a big shakeup like this, and I'm very excited for him. I think the Ops could maybe take this one. I don't think there's really a big swing if the Death Riders win or the Ops win. I don't think like it really matters to either faction all that much in the grand scheme of things. It is kind of a meaningless tag match, but at the same time, I think the Ops kind of do need a win here to kind of solidify themselves a little bit more as a group and to solidify Anthony Bowens as part of the group as well. So yeah, I like them a lot in this trios match, and I think the Ops are going to pull off the win here. What I think is going to be match of the night? Well, that is a hell of a question. That shelf, the AW shelf, second shelf from the top, all the way in the back, in the back, like the back row. What I think is gonna be match of the night. Man, I think it kind of depends on what metric we're talking about. I probably should save questions for the end, but that's okay. I think Okada and Takeshita is very interesting, and I think that could really blow people away. Not that that's like a big reach or anything like that. But I'm looking forward to that one quite a bit. I saw the first match between those two, and I think I think they're going to top that match. They have a little bit less restrictions in place, and I think they're going to probably go all out, no pun intended, for this one. I'm really looking forward to Ospreay Samoa Joe as well. I love Will Ospreay. I love Samoa Joe, and I think they're two of the best wrestlers. I think it's going to be a really interesting clash of styles there, and I think Will Ospreay is going to be like, "Yo, I'm going to do like everything that you did against AJ Styles in this match." Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Here we go. Here's Big Boom AJ right here. He's doing the boom hand, and yeah, there's Big Boom AJ. Match of the night, Big Boom AJ, maybe. We'll see. Those pants and the cookies and the boom on the butt. That is a tremendous figure. Yeah. So yeah, Osprey Joe, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun as well. Darby and MJF obviously is gonna be fantastic. And yeah, I think by far the most insane, the most fun, the most like the thing I'll probably be reflecting on the most and thinking about is probably going to be Stadium Stampede, just because you got 14 tremendous wrestlers in that match, all going, um, doing crazy stuff, and I feel like there's gonna be some crazy stuff happening in that match. So, what do you think, Big Boom AJ? I think the entire show is gonna be a big boom. All right, there we go. Enough of that. All right, let's get into each specific match now. So I kind of previewed it. Okada and Takeshita. Okada defending the international championship against Konosuke Takeshita, the who is the New Japan World TV Championship. All of these belts are made by Dan Turnquist. Not all of them, actually, because you have not made some of these belts for me yet, even though you keep saying that you're going to. Not to hold your feet under the fire or anything like that, but yeah, some of them are not, but all the good ones, all the ones that look awesome, those are made by Dan. The other ones are made by somebody else. But yeah, Takeshita, Okada. Like I said, this should technically be match of the night. I think this will be the best wrestle match of the night. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this one a lot. I think the odds right now are favoring Takeshita. I actually really like. Yes, yes, you did make the TV belt. Turn that one off a little bit better. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, I think the odds are actually in Takeshita's favor right now. I think Okada's going to keep it. I think like conventional wisdom says like, oh yeah, like Okada won the first one, Takeshi's going to win the next one. I don't know. I kind of think Okada might take this one. So yeah, I don't. We'll see, but I think it's hard to bet against Konosuke Takeshita on an AEW show. It's just he just doesn't lose. Um, Next match, we got FTR, the AEW Tag Team Champions of the World. We got them taking on Cope and Cage, Cope and Christian, Cope and Christian Cage, Cage and Cope, whatever you want to call them, and Y2 Jackson, Bucks of Jericho, whatever. But yeah, so this match is a tag team title match. It's also an I Quit match, and it's also literally an I Quit match because if Cage and Cope lose, they must retire as a tag team. So yeah. Um, I think this one's pretty obvious. I'm not gonna lie, the odds are very heavily in Cage and Cope's favor, and I don't foresee them ending their tag team partnership to on Sunday night. So I think we're gonna have new tag team champions, and I think Cope and Cage are going to walk away with those belts. And yeah, and I think it'll be a really good match. The past couple have been really good, and really looking forward to that as well. Okay, next match, Stadium Stampede. We got, speaking of Y2 Jackson or the Bucks of Jericho, we got the Bucks of Jericho here. We got Kenny Omega. We got Jack Perry. We got Bobby Lashley. We got Shelton Benjamin all teaming up. What a crazy bunch of people together. I never thought I would imagine like these 7 people all teaming up against each other, with each other. They're facing the Demand, who is Ricochet. We got Bishop Khan, Toa Liona, tagging up with the Don Callis family of Mark Davis and Andrade El Idolo, and of course they're also teaming up with the Dogs of Clark Connors and David Finlay. So yeah, this is going to be a hell of a tag team match. I do wish that Gabe Kidd would be around for it, because I think Gabe Kidd would have a lot of fun in this match. That being said, it's one of those matches that again it could kind of go either way. I feel like the odds are kind of in Jericho and the Elite and all these people's favor. But that being said, like the Demand and the Don Callis family and the Dogs, like they kind of need a win. Because I just feel like ultimately ultimately a lot of these big like Anarchy in the Arena matches and Stampede Stadium Stampedes and all this stuff kind of favor the good guys, and the good guys kind of end up on top. But I feel like tonight this show could be a little good guy centric. So maybe the Demand, Don Callis family, and the Dogs pull the upset. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Um, but again, it's hard to bet against Okada on a pay per view. It's kind of hard to bet against Kenny Omega on a pay per view, especially like you kind of have to imagine that Kenny Omega is going to get back in the world title picture here sooner than later. So I don't know, but I think Bucks of Jackson, Jack or wait, Bucks of Jericho. God damn, that was I love that they brought that back. That was a bit that they did like what in New Japan or like early AEW. I can't remember, but anyways, glad they brought that back. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the bad guys winning this one. So hey, what's up here from the district? Hey, Edgar, good to see you. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this. I'm sorry this is a little long-winded, but I'm having fun talking about this stuff. What's that?
That's your MO.
That's my MO. That's what I do. I also Ty's Family Vlogs. Thank you for watching. Next, we got the AEW Women's Tag Team or Women's Championship. God dang it, I'm screwing up all over the place here tonight. I got the AEW Women's Championship up for grabs. This is also made by Dan, and I could not find this for the longest time. Luckily, my wife found it for me because I could not. We got Tekla, who's there's not a figure of obviously, taking on Hikaru Shida, taking on Jamie Hayter, taking on Chris Statlander in a four-way match for the AEW Women's Championship. Now, I am again very excited for this match. I like all these people a lot. I think Sheeta's really kind of coming into her own here. I think they kind of just didn't have anything for her, and like now she's kind of awesome in her current role. Like the promo that she cut on Dynamite was awesome. The way that she was like saying stuff in Japanese and then like translating it, like saying really bad things in Japanese, but then translating them to be really nice things in English was really interesting as well. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening there with Hikaru Shida. Uh, if she wasn't like a three-time champion already, I almost would be like, man, maybe they'll pull the upset here and have Shida kind of cheat her way into a win. But I think Tekla's going to hold on to the belt. I don't think she's going to hold on to it all the way into All In. I think there's going to be something that happens in the meantime. But that being said, I don't think we're going to get a new women's champion tonight. I think last time they did one of these four-way matches, Statlander won the belt from Tony Storm. I think that probably not going to see an upset, a crazy upset like that again. But you never know. Tony can be a madman when it comes to this stuff. So you never know. Maybe JB Hayter walks out as champion or something completely crazy like that. But not, I think Tekla is going to keep the belt. As I was talking about earlier, Will Ospreay, Samoa Joe. Whoa. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this match. You know, Will Ospreay is going to have a ton of fun coming up with ideas for this match. You know, Joe's going to be like, okay, man. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a ton of fun. I very well think this could be match of the night. I think the winner is probably pretty obvious. I don't see Will Ospreay losing this match. I do think Will Ospreay is going to win the Owen Hart Invitational Tournament, and yeah, I think Will Ospreay is going to have a hell of a redemption tour here, and I am looking forward to this quite a bit. So yeah, Will Ospreay, Samoa Joe. Gonna go with Joe, or gonna go with Will Ospreay, obviously, but Samoa Joe is man, he's one of my favorite wrestlers. So yeah, next match we got one day when you're free, are you down to collab together? Yeah, we could figure that out. Just message me on some platform. I'm on Twitter, B Strasburg on Twitter, STRASSBURG. Otherwise, Brent's Boom's Room on Instagram and here, and I don't know. Get a hold of me. You can find me. Just Google me. That's probably not going to be very fruitful, but whatever. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we got Swervy Boy taking on Bandito in the Owen Hart Invitational Tournament, the other side of the bracket. We got two Low key, another solid match of the night contender here between Swerve and Bandito. I think these two could just put on a real hell of a match because these two can both go, and both very strong individuals and both insane in all aspects of wrestling. That being said, I think it seems pretty obvious that Swerve is going to get the win here. But yeah, you never know. Tony does love Bandito. Who doesn't love Bandito though? Bandito's the best. And mi amigo Bandito. And yeah, but I think Swerve is going to get the win here for sure. And in the women's Owen Hart match, we have Athena taking on Mina Shirakawa. Of course, we're going to get Willow versus Alex Windsor here, but Willow hurt her shoulder, so she is unable to compete, which is a bummer. And she gave up her TBS championship, which is also a huge bummer. I love Willow. Was really hoping that she was going to be at All In and defend it. Honestly, I was hoping she was going to win the Owen Hart Invitational. Kind of run back last year where they did the TBS champion taking on the world champion, and then this was going to be Willow winning the world champion because I really want Willow to get that world championship at some point. And I think what would be the biggest stage than like doing it at All In, doing it like imagine like imagine the good vibes coming from All In when the show's done. You have Willow winning the women's championship. You got Will Ospreay winning the men's championship. Like the vibes could not be any more immaculate coming out of that show if that happened. But sadly, that doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Athena is a strong front runner to win that tournament. You kind of do that same scenario instead of the TBS champion, you can have the ROH champion taking on the AEW Women's Champion there, and whether it's going to be Tekla or somebody else, I don't know. But yeah, Athena is definitely a big front runner there, and I think she does beat Mina Shirakawa in this round. And I would love um, to see Athena versus Sari in the next round because I think that match would just absolutely blow minds. So yeah, and that does seem like it's relatively possible and happening. And sorry about that. And yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon about how like as much bad luck as this women's Owen Hart tournament has had with Willow getting hurt, with Persephone being hurt, with Sari being hurt. I think we're still going to end up getting some bangers out of here. Hazuke being in there versus Persephone is going to be an absolute tremendous match as well. I'll talk about the Owen Hart tournament another time more so, but yeah, Athena beats me in Shirakawa here, and we're going to be in for a real good time afterwards. All right, sorry about that. Needed a drink break. All right. We got back in the old AB conversation. When I did a podcast with my buddy Anthony, we'd have a drink break like jingle that played. I wish we had that for this. But yeah, we have the AEW Continental Championship match. We got Jon Moxley defending his AEW Continental Championship versus Kyle O'Reilly, who faced Johnny Moxley on Dynamite and went the full 20 minutes in the Eliminator match to earn a shot at the title. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I don't think this match needed to happen on this pay-per-view. I think this pay-per-view kind of had enough matches just based on everything happening here. That being said, it's an AEW pay-per-view, and it's Double or Nothing. It's not just any AEW pay-per-view. It's Double or Nothing, because of course we're going to stack the card completely. I think Jon Moxley is going to retain the AEW Continental Championship. I think this is going to be another great match between these two. I personally, I like the matches a little bit more when they're getting a little like the one at Full Gear, where it was obviously Mox and O'Reilly, and they were just really getting into each other, stabbing each other with forks and all that stuff. I know that's not necessarily for everybody. I kind of like that match more. I just felt it was a little bit more violent, a little bit more intense, and I know Kyle O'Reilly was out for a while after that match, and maybe maybe that's the reason why they're not going to go super crazy and hardcore in that match. But that being said, I do think the Continental Classic just kind of being more of a wrestling match. I mean, it does favor Kyle O'Reilly in a way because he is a really good, just all around wrestler. But I think Moxley's going to end up keeping the belt here, and Yeah, I don't know where the Continental Championship goes from here, but it'll be interesting. But I don't think we're changing hands tonight on this show. And then lastly, we got Darby Allin taking on MJF, Maxwell, Jacob Friedman. Um, this is going to be another. This match is going to be insane, and this is the perfect like kind of main event match. For like any show, but especially this show, especially with the crowd this big, this crazy, this place is going to be coming unglued at like any near fall where like Darby's going to win or MJF is going to win. Like any near fall in this match is going to get a ton of reaction because everybody's going to want MJF bald after this match, and everybody's going to be cheering for Darby, even though we're in MJF's home territory. Not exactly his home, like home, but like close enough. Um, and Yeah, I think this is going to be a ton of fun. I do think when all is said and done, I do think MJF does become a three-time AEW champion. I don't see him necessarily losing his hair going out of this match. That being said, you never know. There could be some weird, like, kind of thing going on where he's got like a movie role coming up and he doesn't need to be bald, or some sort of like actual reason why he would be like kind of shaving his head for some purpose. That maybe there's something there that they're not, cluing anybody into. That there was rumors that after he lost the belt to Darby that he did have a movie role, and he denied that, and he said he was going to be around, but you never know. But that being said, I do think that MJF is going to walk away three-time AEW champion, and yeah, um, I so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Double or Nothing. Hopefully, you enjoyed that. Uh, yeah, I that's it for this one. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully everything's good. Hopefully you'll be watching the show. If you're there, even better. Reach out to me if you can, and I'll say hi or whatever. But yeah, that's it for this one. I will see you another time, and we'll, yeah, bye.